Hey coaches, welcome back. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How are you guys doing today? Today I thought I'd talk about the beast formations out of the Power Wing Beast offense, and some that I've not put in the book that I've run since 1994 and kind of my experiences with those. I thought I'd include all the ones that I've played with for the last 25 seasons. Maybe you'll do better with some than I did, but this should give you some ideas of how diverse and multiple the Beast offense really is. So thanks for stopping by. And also I wanted to thank a bunch of coaches that have been watching a bunch of my videos over the last 4 or 5 years and reading my blog. Some of those guys are now running the Beast and doing well across the country. Some of them are making videos now and writing some stuff. So that's just awesome. I think if we promote the Beast offense and what the Yale single wing can really do for youth football. And it's amazing. It's so simple to learn and run, and the boys have a lot of fun with it. So great job by all the new coaches that are running the Beast, and remember to beware of the Beast because the Beast bites. Also, if you'd like some more information on my Power Wing Beast offense and the Beast offense and what I do with it, you can check out my YouTube channel and head over to CoachParker.org for more information. So look for that playlist on the YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos linked and along with that at the end of this video. So let's, oh yeah, one last thing. Remember to subscribe to the channel. That really helps us out on the Google search engines, and it's free, doesn't take a lot, really helps me out a ton, really appreciate it. So hit the button below and subscribe. Also, if you would like a Adobe PDF file of all these formations, just shoot me an email or a direct message, and you can do that over at CoachParker.org on the contact form, and just say you're looking for the Beast Formation PDF that you saw in the video and where you saw the video. That would be great. I'll get that out to you. And I'll try to get a link up eventually, and we'll get that done so you don't have to email. But right now, I just wanted to get the video out. So, hey, so let's jump right into it, and let's get started on the Beast formations. So here we go up here at the top. The first one is Beast Tight Under Center. That's what UC means. And I'm calling that Buck now for Beast Under Center. I've called it Ape in the past because this used to be the Loud Rowdy Monkey offense before I learned everybody was calling it the Beast in around 2004, 2005. And so that's when I kind of just started using the term Beast. I think that's from Steve Collinide or Jack Gregory. I remember reading it there, but not too sure exactly. I think it was a Jack Gregory article that he had been calling this playmaker football formation that I found out was the Yale single wing. And so anyway, so this is the Beast Tight Under Center. It's Buck, Ape, Tank, or Base. Base and then the Shotgun Beast will either be my base for the formation for the season, depending on what my center looks like. And you see the Beast Tight over here. And this is Beast. And this is the traditional Yale single wing here, overloaded. So the Beast will always be overloaded unless I tag it with a even call, which we'll move back into. And if you get the PDF, you'll see the little words down here in black. That's really kind of my foreign Beast language of how I call stuff if I'm not tagging these with just global formation nicknames here. So you've got Buck and Beast. Those are really the two main formations that I run about probably 70 to 60% out of. I'd say 60 to 70% out of that. And then the next slide over here, you can see Beast Tight Even. So I show you what it looks like to go even. So really any of these Beast formations will always pretty much be overloaded unless I call an even tag on the play. So that's how that works. The even formation, when you put your line in even versus big, which is an overloaded, it's really good for counters, passes, and of course when you go to the wedge play. And on a wedge play, my tackles will go to wedge tackles, which they'll come in for guards with the big center. So that's another thing you can do. So those are kind of the three main kind of things going on there. And then the fourth one is a big one, is Beast Wide Worm, which was really one of the first beast formations that I ran in '94 along with Beast Tight. The worm is really good for stretch sweeps and little quick passes to number 2 there out of that. And I just call that Beast Wide and Wide for worm, so that's how that came up with there. Another formation that we came up here with probably in the last 4 or 5 years is we call it Chow Chow. And what I was trying to do is when I run stuff, I usually like to run plays toward my sideline to hide things for the other coaches. And coaches were starting to see where my beast backs were lining up. So I started trying to hide those guys. And we were running another thing where we would put our fullback on the line. We called it Chow. So this formation is basically a beast wide on, and that's just Chow Chow. And it's kind of like the Bruce Ein, I think that's who runs it, or the Ted Say, stupid sweep. So it's almost in that kind of formation there. And then another big formation that's kind of been a big base, and you can see kind of the check marks in green versus yellow or red. The check marks are ones that I run a lot. The yellow versus red is I don't run a whole lot anymore. We'll just play around with those. And yellows, I'll do some game stuff, and we're running some of those in practice. So that's what you've got going on there. So the beast spread, I always called that jumbo, or I'll get into calling it trips. I know a lot of folks over, I think Mahoney calls his spread, or Superman spread, or something like that. So that's there. And then I went and we found a friend of mine was running kind of a Notre Dame box that I coached with a couple of seasons, and another opponent here in town was running it. And it's kind of a Notre Dame box. And then I think Bruce Ein or somebody was calling his thing that looked like that, or it was Ted Say, I can't remember, was calling that fat. And I actually called it cake on our team, but since everybody kind of knows fat, I've kind of started using that term there. And so we called it cake, and you can see what it looks like here. So it's so similar to Beast, the regular Beast. All it happens is one of the backs, and we actually tag this. So we have, a skinny, a power, and so all these backs will rotate within who's running the ball there, and we make up those names for the season, so you can do the same. So that's Beast Fat Cake. You can see the pie down here. That's when we go under center, and that came out of a Power I variation. I used to run Power I in high school, but I'm going to under center when I don't have a shotgun center and I'm having to hand the ball off because my center's not consistent. And you'll see me, that's one of the reasons I'll do that. Or if I'm in like a 1 yard, 6 inch kind of thing, and we're trying to hit the hole quickly, I may go under center. So that's why I'm under center versus a shotgun in kind of the traditional sense. So you can see that there. Pie, which is basically my variation of kind of the Beast and a Power I kind of thing mixed up. And then another thing that we started running a lot in one season, and it helped out for counters, was this Beast Fat Box. And so we either call it Box or Fat Box. And that's just a Notre Dame kind of traditional little box looking thing there. And then we were running, because my Route Loudy monkey, the monkey was actually a T formation, an original, and that's kind of where all this kind of came out from or evolved into, is I evolved into this trig formation, which is the diamond formation that's overloaded, which we call trig, and that was the evolution there. The next formation is dragon, which the coach I coach with, he wanted more of some reverses and counters out of the Beast, and so he dropped that 2-back over onto the other side. And this actually, if you look at Dutch Meyer's spread book, this formation is actually in there. And I think he called it a triple wing. And this is what we came out of this. And dragon is really, really good for counters, reverses, and quick passes. It gives you a little bit more there. And of course, all of these you could run out of UC or gun And you can just tag that in how I do my language. All that's outlined in the Power Wing Beast offense. We don't run a whole lot of dragon, but we do on some trick plays and things, and so that's what you've got there. We do run, just real quick, the Statue of Liberty play that we like a lot, which is tight end reverse out of the Beast Spread Jumbo formation up there. We have run a Beast Week, and it's called Tonto because another formation, and you can see the Beast Week down here. It's an overloaded to one side with the Beast backs to the other, and that's all in kind of a tight formation. We have done that and not too much. You could actually run a Chow Chow Tonto, and that'd probably work out pretty good there. It'd be interesting to see what happens. I know another team would run this a lot. They had a Jitterbug back, and they ran a lot of zone blocking, and that worked for them really well in the Tonto and the Tonto Chow Chow. Now, the formation, the reason that one's Tonto is this Lone Ranger, which is a Beast Week spread, I love a lot. This formation came out of a game that we were playing in a select league at 6th grade against one of the Dallas Cowboys' old cornerbacks that was coaching a South Lake team. He ripped us to shreds with this tight end slant, and I run this in 7-on-7, something very similar. So this formation is really good to run some power reverses out of to the power side from that weak side, and then running that tight end slant, and then you've got option pass to the weak side there. So that Lone Ranger formation is really, really nice. Next formation is a formation we run a lot of little quick screens out of. It evolved into a newer formation, which is my other book, the Wildcat Multi-Spread Offense for Youth Football, Squad Gang. But if we're just running the Beast, this is the bunch. And so the guys just basically bunch up over there, and that's how that looks. And we throw a little screen to 2. And then you've got the Diamond Bunch, which you just nasty the tight end out to there, and it comes a diamond. And that's, again, we've kind of evolved that, in which I'm still working on, into the Squad Gang. Hopefully we have a season this season, but here in Texas it looks like that may not occur. Then a friend of mine was doing a lot of wall. He said he hated the Beast offense, and then one day he came out with what he called the wall, and or a Beast wide stack here, and his was straight. I angle mine, and I don't run this a whole lot. It either works really good or not, because I don't know. We just probably haven't put enough reps into it. Cake stack. Now we've run this. This is the next formation. We've run that a lot, actually, in a season, and it works pretty good. And basically, it's cake stack on tight end, cake stack on tackle, and that stack will move up and down to where the bubble we're looking for, and that works out good. That's also with this power stack here. We played around a lot with that. We like this one a little bit better, the cake stack versus just the pure stack. The B stack JZ over here. This is like a Tennessee, I think they call it a Tennessee single wing. I've played around with practice and kind of did a little bit, but I've got other formations that seem to work better for me. But it's a nice looking formation. Also, the coach that I coach with, his last name is Green. So this B spread stack down here, is his formation. And I do like that. And he was getting some more counter misdirection pass plays off of that. So that's interesting. You can also see that my beast back are one back. And I got these numbers, but you can call them whatever. And they're always moving around. So, and we update our playbooks depending on once we name our starting backfield. Those would be the numbers, and then we manipulate the playbook so it works for them. But anyway, so yeah, that one back when I'm in shotgun, especially if we're in a big or overloaded side, we try to get our center to snap it to him almost over the guard since we're weaker on one side, and that's what you go on over there. This next, I ran this a lot with a Jaguar team. It's like a mid 2x1 or 1x2. You could call that, because there's the 2 and 1, or you could have 2 and 1 over here. Yeah, it didn't really work out. It seems like we were getting jammed up in there. The 4 and the 2 back so close to the guard there kind of wasn't working. This is the original kind of monkey middle. I know a team that was called the Spartans here at KYA. They were running something similar. I was played around with this. That's what eventually became Trig. And actually, if you move into gun, it's a pistol kind of thing. So, look, you think you're inventing all this stuff, and all this stuff has been run. I've been reading all these books from the 20s and 30s and 40s. All these formations and everything everybody's done has already been done before. So monkey to me just didn't really work. Didn't really like that. The T formation, a coach that I coach with in Denver would run the T formation with the beast a lot. I'm not a big fan of the T, but I do kind of run a split wing T kind of thing. And I'm more, which is more single wingish, but that's a whole nother formation, another video. So don't really run that much anymore, but those are a lot of, and I'll just sit here and go back real quick, and you can take a look at the formations so you can see them all: buck, beast, beast left even, worm, chow chow, jumbo, cake, pie, fat box, trig, dragon, tonto, lone ranger, bunch, diamond bunch, wall, cake, stack, JZ, green, jags, monkey, T. I mean, goodness, I think there's like 23, 24 formations there. So if everybody says, oh, the beast is just one thing. Well, that's because they hadn't really looked at it and studied it and really gone through it a lot. And once you do that and commit to it, there is a lot of stuff that you can do out of the beast offense and the various beast formation variations that you can come with that incorporate other single wing kind of things. And it's crazy what you can get to. My Power Wing Beast Offense playbook is a lot of beasts, probably 50%. And then I do other formations with beasts, like traditional offset eye, split wing kind of stuff. The trig and pistol. So, and then my Wildcat book goes into spread goofiness there that expands on that. So, yeah, you can just go crazy, and both those books should give you a ton of ideas, and even the videos, because everything pretty much is on my website or video, will show you all the different things that you can do with the beast. Here's some tags: under center, shotgun, even or big. Weak will put the beast backs opposite the O-line of big. Sloppy and nasty will give bigger splits to the tackles and tight ends. There's 8 different blocking calls, and I didn't go over those. I think where are they at here? Oh yeah, jaw, BB split, Roger, Larry, gold, wedge, goo, god. And then you can come up with your own. I know a lot of guys are like, well, you only block it this way. Well, that's what I put in the book, and in the book I also relate that you can change the calls. I usually run jaw a lot, but I have run BB splits when we'll do a burst play, or we'll do specific blocking calls for a defense that we have seen in film adjust for us, and then we may double team or do some different things. And we may zone it inside or outside, which we've done before, and of course you can goo pass block. So there's 8 different calls, and you can do all of that. Just because you got the formation and change the blocking call, that doesn't really change the base play. So you got that. And then let's see, there's 8 different blocking calls. You can do all that. Those are all outlined in the book, and I've got videos all out there on those. We will split an end out in some of those, and we call our split end, he's a wide tight end. If you see a wide receiver, a WR, that's when a back actually goes to a wide receiver spot. Then of course, the Beast Tank power play. That is the base play of the whole thing, along with the worm sweep. And then you can see the play here, and of course, get to the end of the video, which I've gone 10 minutes over than I really wanted, but you've got all these formations. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment if you're running anything similar. Please subscribe, share the video, head over to my store, Playbook store, and see all my playbooks. And look, there's a ton of free stuff over at CoachParker.org. Head over there, do a bunch of searches. It'll hit you to my YouTube channels, tons of playlists, tons of free stuff, and also stuff if you want it organized, you can get it there. Also, Remember, if you want the beast formation PDF of what we just talked about, just hit my contact form, direct message me, or email me if you've got my email, and ask for the Coach Parker's Beast Formation PDF, and I'll get it out to you. Thanks again. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. Thanks a lot, guys. Ciao. Be safe. Be safe. Ciao. Thanks. Bye-bye.